Hey, I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Sheldon.
Two childhood best friends from North Carolina.
They moved to Los Angeles to play basketball.
Became successful entrepreneurs in fitness
and entertainment.
Throughout our journey,
we've seen a lot of things,
met a lot of people,
gained a lot of experience
in business and life.
Join us as we talk that talk
from NC
to LA.
Southern gentlemen,
the West Coast businessmen. All right. Hey, I'm Sheldon Bailey.
Justin Johnson.
This is NT
to LA.
Hey, the podcast, Southern Gentlemen, the West Coast businessmen.
You know it.
That's what it is. All right, so the theme today is drought. Drought.
Like Wayne.
Oh.
Like the whole series, The Drought.
The Wayne mixtape, The Drought. That guy's a big Wayne head. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I'm a Wayne head too, but more junior to his senior as far as that's concerned.
Man.
You guys put a lot of time in listening to Weezy. For sure.
A lot of Wayne hours, man. I put in a lot of Wayne hours. I put my Wayne knowledge against anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Bet that. And so, but before we get into the drought, we have a special one, rest in peace, a moment.
Oh my God.
For I believe the greatest champion in American team sports history, outstanding basketball player, a real gentleman, a giant of a man, Bill Russell passed away.
Man, moment of silence for Bill Russell.
All right. I appreciate that.
Most definitely.
As basketball historians, as basketball players, you pay respect and homage to, the greatest guys that do it, guys that you appreciate in the game, etc. So, as we get older, losing our idols and, people that we've looked up to in sports, just life, we'll get, and then plus, like, watching Winning Time, because watching Winning Time, has me in, like, Lakers, Celtics mode a bit as well. Very good show, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Now, Winning Time is dope. Shout out to Dave Bowe. He's one of the reporters in Winning Time. So that was pretty cool to see. But, I mean, they did great with that series.
They did, for real.
But, nah, man, we really lost a dope guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pioneer.
On and off the court. You know what I mean? Top notch.
For sure. All right, speaking of drought, we can get into the business drought. Business drought, I mean, I'm talking about TV shows and stuff like that. I auditioned for that show. I was on the bill for that show. Didn't get that show. It's all good. But there are times, I have had a successful acting career, but then there have been times when things been a little dry. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I could dig.
Auditions, usually rolling in, hey, maybe those even slow up, whatever. Those are pretty consistent, but sometimes it work or whatever. It's been up and down, I think, as an actor. Like, you learn how to balance that in some sort of way. You know what I mean? When you're a working actor, that work is continuing to come at opportune times as well. But it's things that do in between that to realize whenever things might be slowing up or quote unquote drying up for a bit, being able to pivot and do other things and get into other business ventures, take time to get learn education, build on your skills, go ahead and hop into, like, for instance, in this case, hop into your acting classes, spend some more time studying, learning the craft, and then also, growing your entrepreneurial business endeavors as well.
No, most definitely. I'm always watching business informative videos and whatnot, and just trying to always stay informed as far as everything goes business on. And it really doesn't matter what type of business it is. That's just the way it is, period. You know what I mean? If you look at an investment chart, or a stock chart, if you look at it for the year, you know what I mean? It's going to be up and down. It's never just straight shot up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So everybody has down times, and then, you have times when you booming. Mm-hmm. Just like, the Four Seasons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have where, like, the flowers are just flourishing and it's just looking beautiful outside. And then, you have fall where, the trees are bare and it's looking ugly like a Halloween movie or something.
Yeah.
That's just nature. That's just how it goes.
And then also saving, you know what I mean? Saving, being smart enough to be able to save, having that balance of, saving for the future and also, enjoying your time and your money when things are booming. You know what I mean? Can't get sidetracked on the fact that, hey, you know what I mean, this boom may have a little die down period at some point in time or whatever, have something to fall back on. And then, But as far as, knowing that the water is coming though, okay, so like drought, all right, we're gonna get deep in here a little bit. Remember our ancestors, and remember Granddaddy Junebug had the rain stick?
Yeah.
They had the rain stick, and they and in Africa and in the United States with Native Americans, they all had dances and praisings for the rain. For sure. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time. So it's a natural occurrence. This drought that happens.
In this year I've gotten a little more into planning out my year. You know what I mean? Opposed to just planning out, week by week, whatever. And we also have those type of breakdowns, but planning for the year, right? So in the fitness business, especially dealing with my clientele, I know like my clients, they'll go on a 6-week vacation, right? So whenever I first started, it was just kind of foreign to me, and I had to adjust, and I was panicking, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And then August would hit, and business will go back to booming. And it will really explode in the month of August. Of course, when basketball season hit, more so. But after a couple of years, pretty much, I had a system, and I was expecting it. You know what I mean? So, I was looking into other businesses. As far as real estate goes, same situation. Majority of investors, they're enjoying their money and they're on vacation in the summertime. So they're not really buying properties. So you have to make adjustments, and just like you said, you have to save, plan ahead. And it could be a great thing, if you know that for 6 weeks in the summertime, your business is down, you could use that to plan. You can go on family vacations, and that's just a thing for your family. You could let them know, like, look, I got to keep my head down for, 3 to 4 months. And then whenever I come up for air, we're going to, go on, a nice vacation. We're going to spend 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, 2 weeks here. You know what I mean? And that's a lot more presentable. Everybody kind of looking forward to it, opposed to, mommy and daddy gone. You know what I mean? Not here as much as, we would like them to. But you make those type of adjustments and plans for the year and do that annually, along with other aspects of your business, taxes, things like that.
Yeah.
You plan for the year, you do a lot better, whenever the drought does hit. And in some instances, you don't notice it because you're having fun, enjoying your family, doing things to get closer, in that regard. So, it could be a good and bad thing. Being in Cali, it's always just perceived as a bad thing because, nature-wise, we always going through a time where we don't have any rain.
No, I think also, because whenever, let's say drought, like quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Quote unquote drought, because that's us in our perception of what it is. But obviously in nature, it's actually a real thing where there's a lack of water. But, in these times where there is a lack of water as we're perceiving it, there's an opportunity there. And this is about seizing that opportunity instead of looking at it as a negative, looking at it as a positive advantage of, doing whatever else it is that needs to be done at that time. And sometimes maybe it's actually to do nothing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Relax.
That's the thing.
Tranquilo, amigo.
Yeah, that's a real one. I think that's the hardest one to identify. You know what I mean? Because you get, especially that's like with goals.
For sure.
So it's just like, all right, well, what can I do next? What can I, work on next? How can I, increase this or whatever? And it could just be time, just to fine tune and just relax. A lot of what we do now is kind of like, mentally, you know what I mean? As far as real estate, doing comps and things like that, that's not a physical thing. I'm not out running around, I'm just online looking. Just that mental fortitude, you know what I mean? That could be a part of my being still. You know what I mean? Planting my seed, you know, waiting for the harvest, that type thing. You don't plant the seed and then wake up in the morning and then you got a harvest. You know what I'm saying? There's no plant that does that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Probably. There is, I'm sure, in all the plants in the world, that there is something that like may does do like a 24-hour turnaround with like maybe under intense conditions or something.
Nah,
but it's not common. It's not likely at all. But some flowers do bloom, you know, like relatively quickly. They're like a full bloom, and like that lifespan won't be like that long or something like that.
Yeah, I can dig that.
So like that does exist. But yeah, man, the drought. So in LA, we go through a drought
every year.
Every year.
Yeah, it's
we're on like a 10-year drought right now, probably something like that. Same things though. Storing water is a thing. Also, that's connected to global warming. Is global warming real, Justin?
My opinion, yeah, because it's way hotter than it was when we were kids.
And
like it's way hotter here.
And not cool things are happening in nature for sure.
Oh man, nah.
I believe in global warming as well. I believe in the fact that we have emissions and we're like putting them out there. And then also there seems to be some things that the United States is doing to help with global warming. So they say.
Man, they're controlling it, man. I had to go there, man. It's our show. We can say what we want.
Yeah, I do believe the United States and corporate America is definitely controlling it. Somehow they are, I believe, this part of the reason why it's so slow to transition out of traditional fossil fuels is that they want to monetize whatever they're going next to
beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, but obviously they're making so much money with this now. I mean, and so like in order to transition takes a little time, if at all. And they keep telling us that it's not even real.
Well, first off, I mean, you have the issue of, you know, how deep in bed we are with the Saudis. You know what I mean? In the Middle East, right?
Yeah.
So whatever we have going on with them, that's been going on for literally probably, you know, we can legit say maybe like 100 years right now, right? 100 years. You can't
100 years to the Saudis.
You can't mess up 100 years of business with a decision like, you know, let's talk about some alternative.
We are destroying the world.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean? Look at what they're doing. Look at it's business. So they're not gonna make any true efforts.
I don't even understand the dynamics of this thing because also the United States is quite racist.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have done such deep, intricate, large amounts of business with the brown, very Arab, Islamic, Muslim country.
Hands down.
I just don't understand.
Well, it's just a money play. You know what I mean? Just bottom line, it's a money play. So until
Saudi got the gold too.
Yeah, until they can figure it out. You know what I mean? It is going to be what it is. The good thing is that gas is actually going down.
Gas is going down for the time being. It's not going down historically.
But I mean, no, inflation wise.
But recently, it's going down.
Yeah.
It's like at $5 and something now.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, there are other places it's like $6 on average, bro, like $6.50.
Yeah.
Other places in America is like $3.50, bro.
That's $6.70 something. Like
there are places that have gas under $3 in America.
Yeah. Right I seen somebody.
We're $6 something
in
average.
The field, $3.
Come on, Cali.
$3.50 in like North Carolina.
Well, where are these taxes going to?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
They're keeping our weather how it is, man. No rain, fake droughts.
I know it. Well, no, I can't say it's a fake drought because all right, California, and this is transitioning to another part of global warming and droughts. Is these freaking forest fires and these wildfires. They are real, but are they man-made though?
Yeah, I mean, I think like the insurance aspect, for the
insurance and real estate sales.
Exactly. You get to run somebody out of an area. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you get to, develop the land over and over again. And then
not just somebody's.
Yeah.
What about the animals? What about Babe? What about Babe and his family?
They really are running the animals out of the habitats.
I said Babe.
And that's why we have so many like bobcat attacks. Like they try to keep that on the low. You hiking in the hills, you could get, you know what I'm saying?
You could get mauled by
that's the real thing.
A cougar. But then the remedy is to kill all the cougars. Like, no. Like, let them have their habitat. Let them have their home.
Mm-hmm. Have some areas that you can't develop.
Exactly. So you have to kill off all the big animals and all the big predators, like bears that go extinct. We have more bear sightings and things. And I saw a video. Did I send you the video of the baby bear? Because humans, we just like, all right, everything's cute when there's a baby, right?
Man.
But that little baby bear is an Instagram video, TikTok video. And the girl was holding the bear, kind of size, about like a 25-pounder, little baby bear.
Yeah, little baby bear.
Yeah. And he thought her chin looked delicious.
Oh, bro.
And he bit her chin so tough.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Please, if you see bears in the wild,
animals,
don't try to pet them.
Animals.
Alligators, don't do it.
Leave them
they
alone.
look calm at the moment. But they are animals and they're wild.
Everything's sweet till you messed up in the ER.
Exactly.
So, yeah, just pass on that.
When your chin got bit off by a baby bear?
I'm telling you, when you suffering, trying to be cute for the gram, like, yo, all right, here go the picture. Take the picture.
It's a little Winnie the Pooh.
Yo, and then you missing a whole joint. You got 7 stitches in your chin.
Oh my God.
Deal with that.
You gotta put your chin back on. Please leave the animals alone.
You got a good story to tell. That's for sure.
When we were in college, we had to go to the Everglades. And so we had to do a 15-mile trek, right? This is preseason training, whatever, Hell Week, type deal. Every good program goes through it, right?
Oh yeah.
And so we had the bike 7 run 6, the bike 6 run 7, and so it's 13 miles. It was 8 and 7. I had never ran like more than 5 miles in my life, but I was up for the task. But it was against teams. So one group went on the bike first, the other group ran first, and then you switched. And so it was crazy. It was crazy. But there was real gators out there. There was actually some like bird carcasses and stuff where it looked like birds had been eaten by gators.
Okay.
So the first one was kind of at the intersection where we had to switch bikes, and it was there. Maybe like 12 feet from where we are. Our coaches were there. But whatever, it was a gator. There is something mesmerizing a little bit about animals in the wild.
I mean, yeah, to watch from afar. Those are the best pictures, the most beautiful pictures where you can see the landscape, you see the animal from afar.
Yeah.
Not close.
It kind of pulls you in a little bit.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
It does.
Sounds good, right?
I think that's the difference in everything.
My man's last words. You know what I mean?
So now, like, you come to your senses like, yo, this is a real, because the alligator for real was about 15 feet long.
Yeah.
I mean, from head to tail, like, it's a big alligator. You're not really going I don't know if you can outrun them for too long. They're quite speedy.
I mean, you can outrun an alligator, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can. But you want to have to?
Nah, and I mean, y'all athletes, y'all could. No, most definitely. Not on a mandatory sports outing.
Yeah.
Workout. No.
Bro, there was one more alligator. We were running. And then, like, this path is like a path through the Everglades. It's just path, Everglades. You know what I'm saying? Like,
out there in CSI.
I'm telling, bro, I don't know why they would do this to us. So this is college basketball. People like, you want to be a basketball player? You want to be a college athlete? All right, yeah, go through this. So there was an alligator, bro. It was on the cut, right on the edge of the path. You could see his snout, and it was just like right there at the edge, ready to pounce and jump out. And my man B was running right there, and was like, "Oh, yo, B, watch out!" And he looked, "Oh shit!" like, and got out the way. It was for real, like a gator right there, bro. And it was just chilling. But like we was like, dang, like this is really kind of dangerous what we doing right now. Like
I'm telling you. And then what? Was no coach there?
No, just us out there, players. If we would have got a bit, the best bet, we got to bike or run. Which way you going? 7-8 miles. Where you going? Which way?
A true team building situation. Somebody get bit and now you got to trek them for half a mile.
My God, you talking about losing your coaching job though? Jesus.
That's exactly. Yeah, right. They don't think about that.
No.
It's mental toughness. It's mental toughness.
Nah, it was actually real wild out there. Speaking of droughts, I'm into like nature too, to a certain extent or whatever. But then also, just like our world, learning about our world, what's going on, and like the Everglades is also like drying up. I mean, human water usage and our just like urge to like expand and sell stuff. Like we just want more real estate room and just want to sell more condos and homes.
I mean, we do really want more. It's American greed. When is enough?
It's contributing to the drought.
Yeah, it's causing the drought.
It is causing the drought. It is causing the drought.
Man, it's kind of wild. I watched. You can probably look it up. I think in Saudi Arabia, to minimize the carbon footprint, they're making a full functioning city that's a wall. Like it's a wall. So you have your layers. This part of the wall may be for water or shopping. This part of the wall, and it's just of course, it's probably like half a mile, but straight down for like hundreds of miles. And you just, I guess it's a subway system. And it literally doesn't do anything as far as occupying any true real estate in this part of the desert. It was kind of crazy. You look it up, wall cities. You know what I mean? I don't know, YouTube.
Wall cities.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Looking at wall cities.
And tell me what you think if you find it. You know what I'm saying?
There are definitely expansive projects around the world that are trying to become more resourceful in Asia, in the Middle East. Sure, there are also independent people and private citizens here in the United States doing more. The government, I believe, the United States government, as much as they've invested in quote unquote research, definitely has resources and abilities to limit and bring things down now, immediately. They just don't want to.
Yeah, I saw a guy. He invented a machine that takes air and does something to it within the machine, and it generates water. And he said it could generate up to like 15,000 gallons, and it's just taking air, condensing it, whatever, doing all of that.
Remember
that, and they won't let him make more of the machines. And he used his own money, to make this machine, which is crazy.
Corn also burns off ethanol, and then ethanol is like way less like toxic and harmful to Earth, and so it's much high fructose corn syrup as we produce.
Oh yeah.
For human consumption.
That's our
maybe
thing.
We could just like burn some of that.
That's what we pushing.
Whatever happened to hydrogen? Remember we supposed to have hydrogen cars for a while?
Bro, it ain't no money in it. See, that's the thing. What it is, it's gonna save our Earth. You know what I mean? But it's not, gonna really make any money.
How did we just completely pivot from hydrogen? Hydrogen was on deck.
Yeah, it was next. It had next.
It was up before electricity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hydro was up, bruh.
Yeah.
Where is Hydro?
Hey, for real, probably in testing, yo. Too many people blew up, bro. Probably like on some hydrogen.
Nah, I think
like some tanks blowing up,
okay.
bro.
All right. Well, now check this out.
All right.
I seen this movie called Chain Reaction. You seen it? Keanu Reeves, Morgan Freeman joint.
Okay.
A couple other heavy hitters in there too.
I like how that sounds.
Yeah, nah, it's tough. And so like they are creating like hydrogen power in this thing, and like they basically set up an explosion or whatever. But they were saying that pretty much the hydrogen project that they did, it would be too efficient. It would be too efficient, and so they caused the city they blew up the thing, and it made it seem as if hydrogen was more dangerous than it actually was, because they had it in a controlled environment and they were still testing it. They sabotaged the shit, and so the hydrogen was too efficient and it would disrupt the global markets, and so they said they had to they pulled it.
Yo, okay.
Chain Reaction goes hard. It was a good movie.
I mean, I think they put a lot of truth, you know what I'm saying, in movies, man, especially when, you know, people know that they'll sound crazy if they just go and start saying this stuff and preaching it. You know what I mean? It's easier to like, hey, man, let me go holler at this producer about this idea, about some real stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? Some real life situations. So, you know, I guess like as far as the drought, man, the biggest thing you can do literally is just know that one is coming. Speaking of economical drought, we got, you know,
unless you live in Seattle,
I know, right?
Y'all gonna get that rain,
and that's crazy. You're gonna get this rain.
I know, but people be praying for rain, but then you get all that rain, and then you get depressed,
and
it's dark, and it's raining all the time.
So what about?
Be careful what you pray for too.
For sure.
And appreciate what Earth and the universe is giving and God is giving you, for sure.
So what about the drought as far as the economy, a recession?
Ooh!
So you
recession.
Know we're officially
getting into our young Jeezy what? The recession?
Yeah. So right now we're technically in a recession. It's the second
we
quarter
in a recession for sure. When gas prices is this damn high, you know we're in a recession. Housing prices just keep going up.
Well, they're going down now. Right now they're starting to drop.
They are going down, but is the price of bread going to go down? That quarter that it went up, they going to pull that back down?
Nah, that's going to set the precedent.
Exactly. So they to raise all the prices. Some things may drop a bit, but not so much. And the gas prices are one of the main things that help, regulate what's going on in the economy as well. You see those things start rising, it's about to start, put a little pressure on you.
And
a little bit.
Technically, like if you're looking at it, the second quarter in a row with the GDP records a negative quarter. That's like technically when we are in a recession. We actually, I think like I can't remember what year, maybe in 2016 or 17 something. We had like a 2-month recession.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's the technicality of, 2 consecutive quarters where the GDP is negative, or, gas prices and all of these signs that we're kind of headed towards a recession. But cool thing as far as real estate right now, depending on what side you on, prices are most definitely starting to get cut. And that's cool for investors. That may be not cool for sellers.
Yeah.
But
in the drought. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like holding on in the drought. You know what I'm saying? Like being disciplined in the drought, and then also like seizing opportunities in the drought. If you're somebody who was able to store for the winter, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Whenever that time comes, you'll be able to pull from those resources. Whenever other people are losing things, not having things,
you can pick up some stuff for the low.
Yep, the low ski.
Yep. So look at that. Like right now we in summertime, right? Mm-hmm. So I think this is the best time to start preparing for the year. You know what I mean? For myself, I've been doing some planning for my family and whatnot. I had opportunity, of course, moms and them, they came in town. So that was dope. You know, so even for them, you know, this was a time work-wise, they chose to go out because they do a lot of school programs. Of course, school not going on in the summertime, right? So they chose this time to go and visit family and, you know, go on their vacation, celebrate their anniversary and things of that nature during this time.
Anniversary.
You know what I mean? So
happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson.
You know it, 30 years. So again, the drought can be looked at, you know, depending on what side. If you're not prepared for the drought, you know what I mean, you could suffer a lot. So, you know, I think.
Well, so preparing for the drought, my man said, knowing that a drought is inevitable.
It's coming.
It's coming. So are you prepared for that time? And that thing dry up a little bit. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? There's a street drought. There's a street drought, Justin. There's a drought out there on the street sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
It's a saying and it's a real thing when people can't find some things and they're looking for some things.
Yeah, they gotta find that work. They're trying to find that work and it ain't working out.
It's not. And there's some pressure.
Yeah.
There's some pressure and it happens.
You got to pack on consignment. And it ain't moving how it needs to. And I mean, you know, that's what they say, you know, street guys make the best business dudes. If they ever, you know what I'm saying, switch over.
If they able to transition,
you know,
they do seem to know how to, you know, conduct business and be entrepreneurial and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, one of our guys that we look up to, you know what I mean, Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Hov. You know, street guy turned entrepreneurial, mega entrepreneur.
Man.
And so, I mean, he came from out of that world. He's the guy that talks about, you know, droughts as well on the streets and in life.
American dreaming. You know what I'm saying? Survive the drought. I wish
you well. I survive the drought. I wish you well. I wish you health. How sick am I? I wish you health. Come on, man.
I wish you insight so you could see for yourself.
I wish you insight so you can see for yourself.
I'm telling you. So, I mean, even in that quote, man.
I'm American dreaming.
I'm telling you. So, I mean, you know, if anybody know me, they know. Like, Hov literally gives you the game. If you take the time to go through his whole catalog, he'll tell you how to maneuver through life. And I guarantee it could be a course. You know what I mean? That should be a business course. You know, I mean, you got so many teachers really teaching business courses and they don't have a business or have never run a business, which is, I mean, to each his own. You know, you can still be a good teacher. Like some basketball coaches didn't play basketball and they had championships. Some owners never played, you know what I mean, and win championships. So in that regard, I guess you can. But, you know, I'm the type that I like to learn from somebody that either has success and results or, you know, through practical what they do.
Hey, so what is well, this is known, this is in the world already a little bit.
Okay. Where we going? Talk to me.
All right. So I sold trees in college, right?
Oh my God.
I did.
Oh my God.
That's all right.
I'm not going there.
And that's fine. So, but there was a time when there was a quote unquote drought.
Really?
And I was holding.
So the best time.
So when there's a drought out there and you're holding, it's doing pretty good. And so, you know, I sold all my inventory.
So just like gas prices, you know what I mean? Gas prices was not what was funny about the gas prices. True enough, they were going up. But because they were going up, some of the gas stations, like the owners, they were putting their tax on the gas. That was the thing. Whether you know it or not, like the gas was going up, no doubt, right? And it goes up, like say, like 20 cents. The gas station dude like, hey yo, man, let's throw an extra 5 cents on that thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
I'm about to come up a little bit. Yeah,
if you got work and nobody else has it,
you
can throw a $5 tax.
You can tax.
Yeah,
you could drought tax for sure. Don't act like I didn't. I did drought tax a little bit. After, you know what I mean, start getting low on your pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, All right, cool. I gotta go re-up, but like at the same time, let me get off this and come up a little bit. And things rise and fall. Also, so I was on a show called Baggage.
All right.
This is when this thing
This was back in the day.
Yeah, maybe like 10, 11 years ago.
Okay.
You remember when I did Baggage?
Yeah, that's what I was.
All right.
This was a while ago.
And so I had to do 3 bags. You basically got to come up with 3 bags of like.
Where we going?
What I was telling them about.
I always got to check with him first, man.
I had 3 bags. I'm about to address why I was
okay.
fine with saying what I just said.
Okay.
But so I had 3 bags. I had a man purse.
Okay.
That's fine. Like whatever. Like I was born in Germany, Euro style. Like what are you talking about? It's chill. That second bag is a little questionable. Okay. Never mind. We can move forward.
Shake that bag.
We can
shake that bag. But yeah, man purse, for fashion forward guys.
Yeah.
I'm not even tripping off that, yo. I rock a fanny pack and a man purse right now.
Yeah, and then so my other bag was that
not together.
That I used some money to like buy and sell weed in college. And so that was one of my bags. And so, some people could look at that as like a moral dilemma, what I'm saying? Or like look at me like, oh, like you sold drugs or whatever the case may be in college. I tweaked it for the show because I was on scholarship, but I was not on financial aid. I said that I used my financial aid to
pick the pack up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Get
the
it.
Financial aid is substantial, so you would take the financial aid.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. You know what I mean? Government wise, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody may have done that.
Yeah, somebody may have done that. My financial aid could have came from my parents. Probably did. You know what I'm saying?
Who knows?
Whatever. Yeah, the case may be, but. I didn't use any scholarship money to do that or whatever, but for the sake of the show, because I needed I had like 2 bags, and they needed another bag, and I was like, what other like issues do I have that I could call baggage? And I don't know. It's what I came up with. It was like a whole form, man. Like, by the time I got to them questions, I was like freaking like 20 pages into this freaking document, and I was like, bro, I don't know. And she was like, I'll help you. God. And so she like helped me come up with like my 3rd bag. I won the show, by the way. Jerry Springer was the host. Said you reminded me of I said, as soon as you came in the door, Sheldon, you reminded me of Magic Johnson. I was like, boom, me and Jerry is homies. Jerry Springer gave me
about Jerry.
Jerry gave me love. I won the show. And I beat the dude from College Hill too, Willie Mack.
Oh man.
I did beat Willie Mack in there.
That is
Willie Mack had some kind of crazy baggage at the time. I see him on all these commercials. He probably balling now. But he was living like 4 deep in like a 1-bedroom or something like that with like 4 other adults and then like a baby at the time. And like that was like one of his bags. And then
okay, that was one.
And then it was like he had another bag. I don't know. But then at the end of the show, you got
the comedian Willie Mack, right?
Yeah. Well, he's
actor comedian.
Yeah, he's from College Hill. He be on commercials.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so at the end of the day, the first guy he got put out because his small bag was he didn't have a bank account. He was like, he just operated off cash.
I remember that.
He just operated off cash, and we all was like,
I'm mixed feelings about that because I understand, but
I understand, but like, for a shorty, like, come on, a woman, like, a lady, like, that wants to date you, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
a part of survival.
That's something to get through.
Yeah, you got to have a bank account. You have to have a cash stash. And you have to have, like, you know what I'm saying, another type of little, like, maybe phone app that you keep some money in.
Drought season, come on. You gotta have your multiple, you gotta get to your cash stash. You got to, you know what I mean? Okay, one bank account minimum, multiple bank accounts.
Yeah.
All right, you got your cash services online. What's your cash app looking like? Oh, you got some bread in there. All right, cool. You Venmo. All right, cool. You chilling with Venmo. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? I'm an OG, so I still got a PayPal. I got some bread on my PayPal. What's on that joint? All right, you know that's accepted all around the world. It's certified PayPal. Don't front.
Sure.
I suggest people do business on PayPal because they out here juxing on Cash App crazy right now.
My class, I take payments for my class on PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal.
Yeah.
For sure. And Zelle, they juxing on Cash App and Venmo heavy. So y'all be careful out there. For sure, on all that. But we talking about droughts, you know what I'm saying? Being able to get up in here. That's there for that drought. That's there for the low season, for the low tide. All right, cool. All right, the river then slowed up a little bit and dried up a little bit.
You got a few gallons tucked off. No problem.
Exactly.
We can still get a few crops to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna dehydrate in this thing.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I wish you well.
I wish you insight so you can see for yourself.
Let's go. That the drought is coming.
Yeah.
So the drought is coming. Whenever the drought comes, be ready for it. They talk about the drought in the Bible.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They talk about the drought in the Bible.
Let me see.
And the locusts and all of that stuff.
Yeah. No, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as like drought preparation and things like that, nothing bad can come from being prepared from a drought. The only thing that can be bad is you're not prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, just think about it. If you're storing up and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, in the environmental aspect of a drought, you storing up, boom. All right, now you're prepared for the drought. It hit. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't hit. You still have an abundance of whatever you need to get through, right? So if you're an entrepreneur, same thing. You know what I mean? During the drought time, you're sharpening your education. You're doing some classes here or there. You learn this skill. You learn how to utilize different graphics so you can start to produce content on a regular basis. So now you don't have to spend money, for a content creator to do stuff for your profiles and things like that. You know what I'm saying? For yourself in the acting game.
Yeah. In the drought, you must prepare for the rain to come.
That's it.
Because whenever you're in the drought and you just, I'm pouting, it's not raining, I don't got the bread, you know what I'm saying, right now. It ain't flowing and you just pouting and you're not seeing that, hey, the rain is coming. So did you put out your cans? Did you put out, you know what I'm saying, your things to trap the water, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Did you prepare for irrigation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boom. So whenever the rain comes, boom.
And the rain is
I'm ready. We ready.
Opportunity.
Got it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You start.
We dropping metaphors and analogies on y'all, man. I hope you get it. About nature too.
That's real.
And hopefully we help save our world.
I mean, you think about people, some of the guys that's been going crazy in the Drought, some of the dudes that go nuts in summer league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not just showing up to summer league and going nuts. You know what I'm saying? Putting up crazy buckets. Right? You know what I'm saying? They in the gym, planting the seed, going to work, going to work. Then whenever they get on the stage, and I mean, you got LeBron showing up or whatever. Like that's your opportunity. That's the rain.
That's the rain.
That's the rain. LeBron on the stage right now.
All right, now
you've been working out.
All right, you gonna guard him on these feet. All right, you got a few plays where you got to switch off and guard him.
You on the island.
What you talking about?
You in shape.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, cool. That's the thing. That's what it is. Talking about buckets, getting buckets. Hey, shout out to Bill Russell because in that movie, Uncle Drew, he said that line. He was like, was it one thing this game has always been about? This game, or something like that. This game has always been about buckets. About buckets.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Hitting buckets, catching water in buckets.
Telling you.
You know what I mean? But the game, talking about basketball, sometimes that thing ain't falling for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You be in the lab, you be shooting, you get in the game, and this is my routine joint right now. What's up? This joint ain't hitting. Like, especially you, because you a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shooting from further out. So these opportunities may come. I ain't really seen him stay in the drought too long. Me personally, seen this guy stay in the drought that long? Not really. But he's a volume shooter, so I know he has had droughts.
Nah, for sure. And I mean, you know, that's the thing. The more mature I got as a hooper, as far as like, that's the knowing, right? A drought coming. So I'm not getting down and getting discouraged like my younger self whenever I hit a drought. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I need to go to defense. I need to get some more penetrating kicks. You know what I'm saying? I need to try to hit the boards a little bit or something. You know what I mean? Get a little disruptive. Again, you know what I mean? Just doing other things that are positive to enhance whenever it starts to rain again.
Oh, one thing he can do that he's really good at when we talking about being in the drought of buckets or whatever, buckle down on defense more.
Oh, man.
You buckle down on defense more, and this guy's a guy that can pick a pocket and hit a passing lane and come down for a nice two-piece for himself, and that can get him going right then.
That's it. Even if, you know what I'm saying, again, you know, you stand in the passing lane, you know, that's just, again, knowing that the rain is coming, you know, you're anticipating that the rain is coming, and then an opportunity comes, boom, that's a quick bucket.
And he's not just, he's a guy that can get back-to-back steals for you.
Oh, yeah.
Back there, because he can get in your pocket, boop. All right, cool. Oh, you thought it was sweet? Ah, psych, I got your pass.
Yeah.
Bucket.
I was a showman at the same time, you know, like I worked. I didn't care like about like how it looked. I was gonna hustle, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna get in your pockets, you know, the whole nine. I was gonna dive on the floor, you know what I mean? Get the crowd involved, all that. But that's just what it is. And I mean, you know, like we talk about, a lot of those characteristics from basketball really pour over into, you know, business, whatever you're doing, on whatever business level. Mom's in the building.
Yeah, mom's in the building.
Whatever it is you're doing business-wise, you know, it all applies. So surviving the drought. You know, even when you're not getting buckets, making your game.
Yeah, because you get into sales and things like that. I mean, you're talking about baskets, scoring. Because me, you know, if I'm in the drought, maybe shooting, not shooting as well, I'm crashing on the offensive boards. I'm also making sure whenever I do have my opportunities that, you know what I mean, I'm on good balance and I'm scoring. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting into, like, I start focusing on getting to my sweet spots a little more, places and doing things that I like to, you know, do, you know, plays that I like to make, things like that, and keep working. And that's the other thing. You gotta keep going. You know what I mean? Whenever the drought comes, like, you still gotta, like, you gotta keep. It's about finding that balance of, like, you know, going harder, and then also knowing when and where to relax.
Yeah, you can't sit on your hands in a drought. That's the worst thing that you could do. You know, you know what I mean? Environmentally, you know, I don't care if you're a regular individual that have a garden in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just sit on your hands. You have to do something.
Now, maybe after you've already sown your seeds and you've already done put your crops out there and did all of your things, boom, 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 you got some time to relax, hey, go ahead and relax. Whatever, and get ready for that rain to come. But the thing is about droughts, we don't really know exactly how long they're going to last.
Exactly.
We don't know how long they're going to last, and it could be in sales, this can be in basketball, whatever the case may be. Maybe not so much in basketball if you're a good player and you practice well enough. Like,
and you're going through it.
You can come out of that because there's so many other different things that you can do in the game in order to get there. But like when you talk about sales, talking about money, you're talking about nature, you know, things like that. Yeah, you know, there is some patience in there that you have to have.
I agree, 100%. So, I mean, I think that we killed it on just covering the different angles of surviving the drought.
Surviving the drought. I feel like that was like, it sounds like a TD Jakes series.
Oh my God, we went there?
I feel like it sounds like a TD Jakes.
It sounds like it could have been a church message.
Surviving the drought. I almost feel like I may have heard, I had to have heard a drought.
If you're going to survive the drought, get into it, man.
Yeah, like, I'm sure we've heard a drought sermon in our lives, multiple of them. I mean, because the drought is a very big thing in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I believe. that I'm just trying to think of a drought sermon that I may have heard. But anyways, it's
You got no
Sunday.
sound?
We always do our thing on Sunday, huh?
You ain't have no sound.
Ain't no volume. Oh my God. I guess I'm not sure. I don't know.
Let me
That's
see
weird.
mine. Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know,
they
man.
said we good now. I just did the whole thing. Yeah. So people who was checking it earlier, nobody said anything.
Yo, well,
Oh,
so
that's
hey, so
crazy.
now they're gonna have to watch the full
It's
episode.
weird.
The full episode will be on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, we'll
and you
put
can
the
listen
full-
to us on Anchor, Spotify, and
Yeah.
Apple
So
Podcast.
people was watching earlier. Y'all was just watching. Like, that's so weird. I don't know what that was about. Anyways, y'all heard us. Y'all heard
Look,
us.
that's going nuts. That's going crazy.
I know. Was that the issue? Y'all couldn't hear me? Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
Oh,
All right. Well,
man.
the message was surviving the drought. I can't redo the whole show.
Yeah.
But it's a good one. It's an informative one. It's a fun one. I feel like usual, but this one we got a little deeper into a few different areas. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. We covered some ground.
Yeah, we did. Nature, politics,
Yeah.
finance,
Yeah.
the market,
Yeah.
basketball,
For sure.
Bill Russell,
Man, shout out.
gyms out here, real estate.
Oh yeah.
Come on, there's gyms out here. So this, surviving the drought.
Man.
You know what I mean? Wayne,
Oh yeah, we got into some music. You know
The
what
drought.
I mean?
Well, how many
Whole-
droughts was it? Droughts 1, 2, and
It
3?
was like I think it was a 5.
5
May have been
drought.
5.
The drought series. Yeah, I encourage you to listen to the Weezy drought series if you don't know the Weezy drought series because it's crazy. And that American Dreamer song with Jay-Z.
Man,
Ooh,
I'm telling you. I mean, low key, that could be the sundown. Like survive the drought.
ooh.
We wish you well.
We wish you well.
You know
We
what I'm
wish
saying?
we wish you insight so you can see for yourself.
Yeah.
We wish you health. All right, happy Sunday, y'all.
Happy Sunday
SC.
to LA. Bow.